Hi, welcome everyone. My name is Alex Bogart, and I want to welcome you to day 2 of your 7-day Intro to Beginners Yoga Challenge. I want to go ahead and apologize for the lighting here in my yoga room. We are going through some pretty bad weather outside, so my natural lighting is not as bright as you may be accustomed to with my other videos. So for this class today, we are going to be focusing on some standing postures called the warrior poses. Virabhadrasana 1, so warrior 1, and Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. And so warrior poses are great poses to help strengthen your body, to build strength, to build confidence, and are some of the foundational poses for other yoga poses that you will find in my other videos. But before we just jump into those warrior poses, warrior 1 and warrior 2, we're going to get started for warming up the body and grounding down here into the present moment. So go ahead and get into a comfortable seated position. You won't need any props unless you want to put a blanket underneath of you to elevate your hips above your knees. Bringing your hands down into your lap and just close your eyes and roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Just really settling in here into this present moment as you close your eyes, and before you deepen your breath, just notice the quality of your breath here. Just noticing how your breath feels as you inhale through the nose, filling up your lungs, and exhaling and letting go. And with each inhale, sitting just a little bit taller. And each exhale, relax your shoulders a little bit more away from the ears. Now begin to deepen your breath. So breathe in through the nose, filling up your lungs. And open your mouth, audible sigh. You can do that one more time. So inhale through the nose, breathe in. Audible sigh, even louder. Letting out that heat. So inhale, begin to reach your hands up high towards the ceiling. Exhale your hands to your heart space. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Maybe your gaze follows your hands. Exhale, hands to heart space. Inhale, reach your hands one more time. Gaze high. Now exhale, bend the elbows. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Cactus arms. 2 more times. Inhale, reach high. Send your gaze up. Exhale, cactus. And one more time. Inhale, reach high, gaze high, shoulders relaxed. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades even tighter this time. Now on your inhale, reaching up high, shoulders relaxed. This time, taking your left hand to your right knee, begin to twist to your right. Plant your right hand down towards the floor and press your fingertips into the floor to sit a little taller, into a spinal twist. Now, from your spinal twist, on your inhale, see if you can sit just a little bit taller here. Shoulders are relaxed. And exhale, begin to twist a little bit more from the rib cage. If it feels good, send your gaze over to that right shoulder. 2 more deep breaths. One more. Now inhale, slowly come back to center, reaching your hands high. Exhale, twist to your left. Bring that right hand down onto the left knee. Left fingertips press into the floor to sit you just a little bit taller. Now inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Beginning to feel that stretch into your spine. 2 more deep breaths. One more. Now on your inhale, coming back to center, reach both of your hands high. Exhale your hands to your heart space. Now close your eyes here. Now with your hands at your heart center, maybe you begin to set an intention for your practice today. Now, oftentimes in a yoga class, our intentions may be a word, like maybe you need more peace. Maybe you need to feel a little bit more grounded in the present moment if you've been overwhelmed. So maybe peace, grounded, or maybe strength. This class is all about strength as we learn these warrior poses. So maybe the word that you dedicate to practice is strength. So just with your eyes closed, picking one word that resonates with you. For me today, it will be strength. Inhaling in this word. Letting go. Exhale. One more time. Inhaling. Now on your exhale, let go. And then folding forward, we're going to meet on hands and knees into a tabletop position. Now, once you're on your hands and knees, make sure your wrists are directly under your shoulders. Spread your fingers nice and wide. And your knees are directly underneath of your hips. The tops of the feet are on the floor. Now, send your gaze down in between your hands, just like we had done yesterday. If you followed me on day one, we're going to be pushing the earth away from us here. Spread the shoulder blades wide. We're going to do some cat and cow movement, a movement that you're familiar with. So inhale, drop your belly, gaze high for cow. Exhale, round your back, cat pose. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat, rounding into your spine, drawing the belly button in. Then continuing like this between your cat and cow, going at your own pace. Just making sure that you're keeping your breath and your movement connected. So each inhale, drop in the belly to cow, and exhale to cat. A few more times, just like this at your own pace. Then finding this neutral spine. Now on your inhale, extend that right leg back behind you and then drop your toes down to the floor. You're going to press that right heel towards the back of your mat, still pressing those fingertips into the floor here, feeling that lovely stretch into your right hamstring. Try not to dip down, still pushing the earth away from you, spreading those shoulder blades wide. And then begin to lift that right leg. You're going to cross it over the left leg. We call this chasing your tail. The right toes drop to the floor, and you're going to send your gaze over that left shoulder towards that right foot, feeling the stretch into your right side body. 2 more deep breaths. One more. And then slowly send your gaze back to the top of your mat as your right knee meets the left. We're going to do the same thing other side. Extending your left leg long, dropping your toes. Press that left heel towards the back of your mat, finding that stretch in your hamstring. Still pushing the earth away from you here. And then lift that left leg, cross it over the right, chasing your tail. And then send your gaze over your right shoulder towards your left foot. Keeping all of the toes on your left foot pressing into the floor. 2 deep breaths here. And one more. And then slowly send your gaze to the top of your mat as your left knee meets your right. You're back in that tabletop position. We're going to come into that downward facing dog that you did yesterday. Begin to walk your hands forward. You're going to tuck your toes and your hips are going to go high towards the ceiling. Send your gaze between your legs. Now here in your downward facing dog, press your upper body back towards the tops of your legs. You're going to find that stretch here into your shoulders. Now, downward facing dog is a very intense pose, especially if you are new to yoga. I promise you that the more that you do this pose, the more natural it'll begin to feel. It takes time. This pose here, stretching your hamstrings, your shoulder blades, strengthening your wrist, Breathing here for 2 more deep breaths. And then 1 more. Now from here, I want you to send your gaze up to the very top of your mat. And just imagine that there's a thin line in the center of your mat, and you're going to walk that thin line as you tiptoe towards the very top edge of your mat into a forward fold. Your gaze is between your legs, so your head is heavy. Your hips are still high, and your hands are just dangling. Maybe you touch the floor, maybe you don't. That is not the goal of this pose. The goal here is to relax your neck here, so your gaze is between your legs or towards your knees. And just see if with each inhale, can you straighten your legs just a little bit more. Each exhale, folding a little bit deeper here into the standing forward fold. Now from here, we're going to come into a halfway lift. So on your inhale, you're going to slowly bring your hands to your shins, creating this flat back here. So your neck and spine, nice straight line, and you're still gazing down to the floor. So notice the spot on the floor directly under your nose. That is where your gaze is. Relax your shoulders, trying to find some length here into your legs. So you're pushing your hips towards the back of the mat. You're feeling a stretch here into your hamstrings and your glutes. Breathing here for 2 more deep breaths. And 1 more. And exhale, fold into your forward fold. And slowly inhale 1 vertebrae at a time as you come into mountain pose, Tadasana. So mountain pose is a standing posture, and I want you to think about what you feel like when you're standing. So imagine you're standing in line at the grocery store. You may have a knee bent, your shoulders may be a little slumped, your arms are just kind of dangling. Mountain pose, we're going to stand nice and tall. The arms are going to be by your side. Your fingers spread nice and wide here. Your core is engaged, so you're zipping the core up, shoulders relax down, and think that there is a string at the crown of your head that's pulling the top of your head up towards the ceiling, but your chin is not going to jut up. It's going to stay nice in line with the back of your head. So breathing here, inhale, exhale. 1 more, inhale. And exhale. We're going to come into a warrior 1. Now in yoga, we do a right side and a left side. So I'm going to show you warrior 1 with starting with the left foot back, and then we're going to go to the other side. So bringing your hands to your heart center. Notice your hips. They're going to be squared towards the front of your mat the entire time. You're going to begin to step this left foot back about 3 feet. You're going to turn the left toes out to the side, and the heel is pressing down into the floor along with the baby toe. Your big toe, baby toe are equally pressing into the floor. Notice my hips. My hips are starting to turn out to the side. I want my hips to be square to the front of the mat. So I'm going to take my left foot, step it out a little bit more to the side so my hips are square to the front of my mat. Now, from here, arms at your hands at heart center. Inhale, reach your hands in line with your ears. Spread your fingers wide, nice straight arms. Exhale, bend into your right knee, making sure that your right knee does not go past the ankle. Nice straight line from the knee to the ankle. Your gaze is forward. Relax the shoulders down. Engage your core. This is warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Now inhale here. And exhale, cactus your arms. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, extend, warrior 1. Exhale, cactus. 1 more time. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, extend. And exhale your hands to your heart as you step your left foot forward back to mountain pose, Tadasana. Standing tall, fingers spread wide, engage the core. Inhale, reach up. Let's add some poses together. Exhale, fold, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift, a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly rise as you sweep your hands high. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, reach high. Exhale your hands to your heart. I'm going to turn to face this direction so you can see my right leg this time. As you come into warrior one on the other side, you're going to take your right foot, step it back about 3 to 4 feet, hips stay square forward. Baby toe, big toe, evenly pressing into the floor. Inhale, reaching your arms in line with your ears, nice and straight arms. Try not to bend into the elbows unless that is hurting your shoulders to have straight arms. Exhale, bend into that left knee. Remember, stacking it over the ankle. It's also okay if it's behind, just not going past because you do not want to hurt your knee in the long run. Your gaze is forward, engage your core. Inhale here. Exhale, cactus. 2 more times. Inhale, extend. Exhale, cactus. 1 more. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach high. Exhale your hands to your heart. Step your right foot forward. Mountain pose. Stand tall. We're going to add our poses together. Inhale, reach high. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold into forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, you rise. Sweep your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale to cactus. Maybe you hinge back. Inhale, reach high. Exhale your hands to your heart center. That was warrior one. And so we're going to now go into a warrior two pose. Warrior two pose is different when it comes to the hips. So notice how when you were in your warrior one, your hips were squared to the short side of your mat. Warrior two, your hips are going to be squared to the long side of your mat. Now from here, as you're standing here in your mountain pose, I want you to bring your hands to your heart space. Don't worry about the hands just yet. Let's get our feet and hips in alignment first. So I want you to step this left foot back about 3 to 4 feet. And as you do, begin to turn your hips. You're going to begin to open the hips. Turn them to the long side of your mat. Hips are square to the long side of your mat here. Now, once your hips are square to the long side of your mat, I want you to look down at your feet. My right heel, so the foot that's pointing towards the top of my mat, my right heel is in line with the arch of my left foot. So noticing your feet first. Right heel in line with the arch of your left foot, and your toes on the left foot pointing out to the long side of your mat. So from here, once you get those feet in alignment, hips are in line with the long side of your mat, inhale, bring your arms out to this letter T. Relax those shoulders down. So nice straight arms. We're not bending into the elbows. Nice straight arms, fingers spread wide. And on your exhale, bend into that right knee. Stacking the right knee over the right ankle. It's okay if it's behind. Trying not to go past because we don't want to hurt the knee. So knee stacked over ankle. And once you have your arms in a straight line, knee is bent, send your gaze to that right middle finger. You're in a warrior two, a Virabhadrasana two. So this is a lovely way to strengthen the legs, open up the hips. 2 more deep breaths here in warrior two. And one more. Now from here, we'll play with the warrior two pose. I want you to take your left hand onto your left leg. So it's resting down on that left leg. Take your right palm, turn it up towards the ceiling. And we're going to begin to lean to the left, bringing that right arm up and over. We call this a reverse warrior. Your gaze can go up to that right elbow. Relax the right shoulder away from the ear, finding this length here into the right side of your body. And then inhale, come back to warrior two. We're going to do that again. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale to warrior two. Two more times. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two. And one more. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale to warrior two. Now begin to bring your hands to your heart. And you're going to look to the very top of your mat, and you're going to begin to step the left foot to meet the right foot. You're back in that mountain pose. Standing tall here, engage your core. Inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, the flat back. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, rise, reach high. And exhale, cactus your arms. Yes, feels good. Inhale, reach high. And exhale, your hands to your heart. And I'm going to turn to face the side so you can see me, warrior two, on the other side. So again, remember, yoga is all about rights and lefts. So we did the right side. Now we're going to begin to stretch the left side of the body. So you're back in this mountain pose. You're standing nice and tall. Fierce fingers, fierce arms, engage the core. And you're going to bring your hands to your heart. And remember, hips square to the long side of the mat. We're going to step this right foot back about 3 to 4 feet, opening up the hips. Turn the hips to the long side of your mat. And then bring your arms out to that letter T. Inhale here, straight arms. Exhale, bend into that left knee. Knee stacked over ankle or behind. Your gaze is right to that left middle finger. Beautiful, beautiful. 2 deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. Now remember reverse warrior. So this time take your right hand down to that right leg. Flip that left palm up to face the ceiling. And we're going to begin to lean to the right. Take that left arm up and over. Ooh, that feels good on the left side body and in the hips. Your gaze can be up to that left elbow here. Fingers are still spread nice and wide in the air. Inhale. And exhale. Now on your inhale, back to warrior two, and we're going to connect our movement with breath. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. One more time. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse. And then inhale to warrior two. Bring your hands to your heart. With control, step your right foot to meet the left. Back into your mountain pose, standing nice and tall here. You did it. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, fold, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold, plant your hand, come back down onto your knees here. We're gonna sit on down and extend the legs out in front of you for a very relaxing pose called a seated forward fold. So flexing your feet, sitting up tall in staff pose first, and then inhale, reach your hands high. Then exhale, hinging at your hips, reaching towards the feet. Last but not least, rounding into the upper back, bringing your chin to your chest. 2 more deep breaths. And one more. Inhale to slowly rise here. Bend into your knees. Look behind you. Make sure you have enough space behind you as you reach those hands forward and very slowly begin to lower down one vertebrae at a time, trying not to flop here. And then once you come down, extend your arms up and over, straighten the legs, full body stretch. Inhale here. And exhale, hug the knees in towards your chest as we come into a pose you're familiar with from yesterday, day one's practice, a spinal twist. From here, bring your arms out to a letter T and drop your knees to your left, keeping your right shoulder down on the mat. Bringing your left hand onto that right knee to add some weight if that feels good. You want to go a little further today. Maybe you extend this right leg and your left hand can grab the calf, ankle, or foot. Still melting both shoulders down towards the floor. Two more deep breaths. And one more. As you bend back into the knee, if the right leg was extended, and inhale slowly, roll back onto your spine. Use your core. With control, roll up and exhale, dropping your knees to your right, keeping your left shoulder melted to the floor. And remember, option is to extend the left leg. Your right hand can grab the calf, ankle, or foot, or you can keep the left knee bent. Two more deep breaths. And one more. And slowly bending into that left knee if the leg was straight. Keeping both arms down onto the floor. Using your core to slowly roll back onto your spine as you come into a happy baby. Hug your knees in towards your armpits. You may wrap your arms around the legs, flexing your feet. You still want to keep the shoulders relaxed down towards the floor. Option, if you desire, maybe you bring your peace fingers to the big toes. Finding this openness into the hips. Two more deep breaths. And one more. And exhale to slowly release here, straightening your legs out. And bringing your arms down by your side, palms facing up or down. Begin to snuggle the shoulder blades under. Maybe you rock your head side to side, just to nestle it into your yoga mat a little bit more. And finding the stillness. As we talked about yesterday, savasana in English is corpse pose. And it's a way for you to just relax and breathe and absorb the benefits of your practice. Just working towards training the mind to be in this moment, emptying it of all the junk that does not serve you. So resting here until I signal you out. May you find peace, strength, courage, and may you just relax in your Shavasana. bringing small little wiggles to the fingers and toes. Nod your head side to side. Inhale, reaching your arms up and over. And exhale, hug the knees in. Maybe you rock side to side, waking the body up. And rolling over to your right side into the fetal position. Just pausing for a moment, using your bottom arm as a pillow. Inhale. And let go. And when you're ready, take your time to slowly rise to a comfortable seat on your mat. I have my messy hair going on. Savasana always makes my hair all funky. Sitting up nice and tall, bringing your hands to your heart space. Close your eyes and bow your head. I want to thank you so much for joining me for this day 2 of a 7-day Intro to Beginners Yoga Challenge. Stay tuned for day 3. The light in me honors the light and love in every one of you. Namaste, my friends. I want to thank you so much for joining me here on YouTube. Don't forget to follow me here on YouTube, like and subscribe to Yoga with Alex. You can also find me on Instagram at Alex Bogart Yoga. That is spelled AlexBogartYoga, Alex Bogart Yoga. You can also find me on Facebook, Yoga with Alex. I hope that I get to see you for one of my pop-up events in the Low Country, Charleston, South Carolina. So stay tuned on my social media accounts when I'll be announcing those dates very soon. But if you're not on the Low Country, don't forget to subscribe so you can follow along with more of my yoga classes here on YouTube. I hope you have a fabulous day and go out there and make a difference in the world, my friends. Peace. Bye.